Hey guys, it's Samira and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my annual Get Ready With Me for the first day of school. This year is Get Ready With Me for the first day of high school because I am going to be a 9th grader this year, and yeah, let's get right into the video. These are definitely like one of my favorite videos to make. I make one every year and I've had my channel for 3 years. So I think there's actually 4 on my channel because I made 2 in 7th grade for when I was going back to school in person also. So you guys can check those out after you watch this video. I'm going to put on these anti-puff eye patches because my eyes get really puffy in the morning, and they're from Target. Super cute little leaves. I normally don't really do skincare in the morning. It was like slimy. I usually just wash my face at night because I use like a retinol that you can't really wear out in the sun. Why did I think these would be like slimy? They're like paper. It's only like 5:40, so like I'm pretty good on time. I have about an hour and 15 minutes. I like getting up early for the first day of school, and also because I do film, like I need to make sure I have enough time. And then I just have to leave these on for 10 minutes. So I don't need to leave them on for too long. I can't say like I'm super excited for the school year, but I'm also not necessarily nervous because I did take a high school class, Algebra 2, at the high school last year. So I feel like I'm pretty familiar with the high school. And then I also did band all summer, so we spent a lot of time at the high school as well. So I know the building very well. I don't think, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm gonna get lost. But definitely not for my first class because I think my first class is just orchestra, and that's in the band hallway anyway, or in the band room. And then Spanish, which I think is upstairs. So I've already like gone to all my classes during orientation, but obviously I don't know if I'll necessarily remember them all. It's just kind of knowing the general area that I need to be looking for my class, but I think I should be fine. I do know what I'm gonna wear, so I do have it picked out. I'll show you guys once I finish my skincare, and then I'll change and then do my makeup. I'm contemplating if I want to straighten my hair or not because I don't know, I haven't straightened it in a while and I've been pretty comfortable with my natural hair, but I might do it for fun for the first day. I am excited to like see friends that I had in like 7th grade, like my 8th grade friends in 7th grade, because now we're in the same school again. So there are a couple of friends that I have that are sophomores this year. I would say for high school, I'm definitely more nervous about the actual like workload and classwork I have to do rather than like social stuff, I guess, because I'm taking honors pre-calc, and as a freshman, I know it's gonna be really hard, and I've heard that's like the hardest class of the high school, or one of the hardest classes of the high school. So there's that, and I'm also taking AP World History, which people say isn't that hard, so I think I'm gonna be okay. And a lot of freshmen do take that class. A lot of my friends that are freshmen are taking that class. That's what I'm most stressful about, and then all my other classes are honors. So, but I do have last period, I have a color guard period, so that should be like kind of fun just to like hang out with people in color guard and practice a little more. I'm gonna take these off now because it's been a while. I feel like these made my face feel tingly. Like I've never had a face mask do that, but it did. If you guys want to see me do like more self-care stuff and see what I did to prepare for back to school, you guys should go watch my glow up video. Also, in my glow up video, I did my own nails and I just did French tips. They turned out pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie, I really like them. I do have marching band after school today, so that's kind of annoying because I have to change at school, but I also would rather it be 3 to 5 and have to come back at 6 and then be 6 to 8 because we have our first game tomorrow. So oh my god, that's really scary to think about. So I just patted in the face mask, and now I'm going to go in with super glue because I gotta make sure I'm wearing sunscreen, especially if I'm going to be outside for band, and you should wear sunscreen every day regardless. I sometimes don't do that. Super glue is definitely my favorite sunscreen because it's not greasy and it goes on clear. Like it's a win-win. Also, I am really lucky because I have I think 6th period lunch, so that's like 11:30, whereas some people I know have like 10th period, which is really late, or like 4th period I think, which is like 9 o'clock. So I think I did luck out there. With lunch, I think I'll be able to, that's like the one class I think I have with my friends, so that's good for like one of my good friends. I have a couple of friends in my classes, but it's kind of annoying how little friends I do have in my class. Guess I'll have to branch out or just be a hermit in some classes. Now I'm gonna change into my outfit. Okay, so here's the outfit. I have this top, these jeans that are also from Hollister. These ones are really cute because they're like straight jeans, and I usually only really get mom jeans, so I like the cut, and I like the way it like kind of looser at the bottom. I really like this outfit. It's pretty basic and doesn't really scream first day of school. It screams every day, but I think a lot of people are going to be just wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and kind of gives first day of school 2000s, which kind of like, it's kind of cute, and I'm going to dress it up with jewelry after I do my makeup. So first I'm going to do my lashes. You guys know I always start my lashes, and yesterday I put my brush, it's like just like clean spoolie, in Vaseline, and I'm going to see if this works. So one thing I will say is that I think going to high school is a good opportunity to make new new friends because there's another middle school that feeds into our high school. So it's everyone in our middle school is going to be there plus another half. I think I'll be able to meet new people. And even at like orientation, I thought there's going to be less people from the other middle school. There's actually like quite a bit. So that's something to think about. Also, I think I'm ultimately glad I decided to do marching band, even though it's a lot of work because I've already made like friends and I guess acquaintance with upperclassmen. So it's just good to have those connections, I guess, because they also like told me like what teachers are good and what teachers are bad and stuff like that. So that's good. I think because I've already been to the high school before, like last year's first day of school was stressful, like just being at the high school having this tall intimidating teacher, that this year I think it'll like almost be easier to go to the high school for the first time because everyone's a freshman in my classes, everyone's an actual high school student. Like being an 8th grader in high school class is intimidating and I feel like it's kind of scary, especially the first day, especially when you're like surrounded by sophomores and juniors as an 8th grader. I also like didn't know who was in my algebra 2 class last year for whatever reason, or like I didn't register in my head that I had friends for some reason, so it was also a little stressful like that. But I did have my twin brother anyway, so I wouldn't have been completely alone. I'm gonna just wear probably my basic gold hoops today. Also, I'm probably not gonna be doing my makeup every day, but first day, so I'm already thinking about how hard it's gonna be to manage YouTube in school, especially with band after school almost every day. But I'll try to figure it out, and my guess is I'll end up posting like twice a month, which we'll just have to work out because better than nothing, I guess. But I don't know how high school YouTubers like keep up and like post multiple times a week. That's insane, and like I feel an immense amount of respect for them because it's really hard, especially if you have other activities. I did get a Sephora gift card for Raksha Bandhan from my cousin, so I'm gonna be getting some makeup maybe this weekend. I don't know. For whatever reason, I'm not super tired, which I'm kind of impressed with because I felt like I would be 5:30. I haven't woke up this early in so long, and even during like the regular school year, I didn't necessarily wake up this early every day. Literally woke up at like 6:30 and left at like 6:55. I'm definitely excited for Friday because like the first football game, which is tomorrow. I keep thinking it's like days away, but it's tomorrow. But I think it's a little bittersweet because yes, I'm excited to perform for the first time for a football game with color guard and band, but it's also kind of sad I'm never gonna sit in the student section this year at all. But it's okay. I mean, like you have to, you know, lose some stuff to gain some stuff. Can't have both. But we do like little stand routines like with our pom-poms, and we are really close to the student section, so I might be able to like just wave to my friends or like kind of experience magic a little bit. Also, like our uniforms, our regular like winter uniforms are super cute. We have to wear our summer ones this week, which is so ugly. Ugh. I feel like color guard should have something cute and it shouldn't be like with the rest of the band because our normal uniforms aren't the same, but our summer ones are. There's my blush, a little sun-kissed, sunburnt vibe. I think I did get sunburnt yesterday. Next, I'm gonna do my brows using the Glossier Boy Brow, probably in the shade black, I want to say. I do appreciate how our school always starts on like a Thursday. Some school years start on Wednesday, but that way you only have a couple days until the weekend, so it's kind of like a little taste, you know. I don't think anyone should necessarily be like worried for any first days because you don't do anything. You just like see your friends and like do get to know you games or whatever, which can be, you know, the worst for some people, but also like no homework, I think. I will say it's gonna be hard being like the youngest in the building again because it's been a couple years since that happened, and also just like not being familiar with any like teachers in the school. Actually, that's not true. I know like 2 teachers from last year. I'm going now to my algebra 2 teacher and then this freshman science teacher who let us like sit in her class before the bell rang. So I do know a couple of teachers, but not very well. I don't really trust them as much as I do teachers in the middle school, especially like I knew our assistant principal really well because I had him as a teacher before he was assistant principal. So I feel like stuff like that, like you kind of lose that connection and you have to build it up again, which is kind of a hard thing to do. I am really thankful that like my year 2026, we've, knock on wood, had good luck with dodging things from COVID. Like I still got to go to DC in 8th grade last year, and I'm hopefully gonna have a normal high school experience, whereas a lot of classes missed out on a lot. Missed out on like prom, missed out on regular homecoming and stuff like that. So really thankful for that. Okay, I think I'm pretty good on makeup. I didn't want to do anything crazy because I never do anything crazy, but yeah, I'm gonna just put on some tinted lip balm, Burt's Bees Red Delilah. You guys should watch my What's in My Backpack video if you want to see everything I take to school. A trusty backpack has been with me since 6th grade. It's coming with me to high school. Or it's already been to high school, but whatever. I'm actually kind of relieved for starting school. Not excited, not nervous, but relieved. Every year this happens, but you kind of just get like sick of summer. Not necessarily like sick of it, but just bored of doing nothing. And I think with stuff starting in August, like marching band and sports, I haven't really hung out with my friends a whole lot because we've all had different activities and they usually don't line up. So like I would have marching band, and then my friend would have volleyball, and then I went to band camp for 4 days. So it's kind of like relief to get to go do something else and not just like sit at home waiting for practice or practicing at home, which I've done a lot of. Actually did practice at home a lot this summer. I think like marching band and just stuff in general, like sports and stuff that you have to put a lot of time into, can be draining because you're constantly thinking about it or doing it. But I think with like color guard, I've been okay. Like I haven't felt burnt out from doing it. Maybe a little the day after band camp, but I think that's expected because that's like 9 hours of practicing a day. Now I'm just using the Glossier, I think it's called the You Solid, and it's a little like solid perfume. It smells so good. I really love this. But I almost never wear it because I forget about it. Okay, now I'm gonna put on some jewelry and then I'll do my hair. So I got my gold hoops. I literally wear these every day. I wore them to band camp. Didn't take them off once and they're still intact, and band camp was yucky, let's just be real. I feel like band camp was exactly what I expected. Like I didn't think it'd be like so terrible and insane and I want to go home and oh my god, screaming, crying. Some people did describe it like that, but I feel like I knew exactly what it'd be. Yucky cabins, yucky food, lots of band. I mean, I did want to go home, but I wasn't like super like turned off from band camp and like really wanted to go home. It was more like, I'm kind of over this, just get me out of here. Like day one, a lot of us did want to go home, I will say that. It was also because it was really hot, so that could be the reason why. We lucked out on the weather though. It wasn't like super hot most of the days. And then I'm gonna put on my classic pearls. I wear this pearl necklace literally all the time, and every like cute picture of me I'm probably wearing a pearl necklace. And then I still gotta figure out what I want to do with my hair. I will say I'm grateful that picture day is over and that we got that done with without it being in like the actual school year. It was during orientation, so I wasn't like gross and sweaty by the time pictures came around. Very thankful that that's over with. And I actually got to see my picture because I actually asked Leigh this year and she showed me. Usually they don't show me because they're mean like that. Final decision, I'm leaving my hair natural. I'm honestly too lazy to like straighten it, and I've been really good about not straightening my hair, that I don't want to lose that streak because it's made my hair a lot healthier. So I'm just gonna put on this all-in-one milk. It is just everything. Leave-in conditioner, makes your hair silky, smooth, non-frizzy, stuff like that. Makes it soft, makes it smell good. This is what my hairdresser uses on my hair, and I always feel like my hair is just very silky and smooth after I get a haircut because of it. Also, I made my first day of school sign yesterday. My mom always makes my brother and I make one, and I think mine turned out pretty basic this year, I will say that. I just did like first day of school in cursive, and then I did it in like block letters. So not block letters, capital letters. The class that I am excited about this year that's new to me is Intro to Journalism. That is, I think, a whole year class, and I'm excited for it because I like writing. I think I'm a decently strong writer. My teachers always say I'm a strong writer, so that should be good. And then because I'm taking that class, I think I'll be able to take newspaper or yearbook or something like that next year. And here is basically the whole look for the first day of school. Hair, makeup, necklace, earrings, top, and jeans. These are actually new jeans. I'm also gonna wear my white Converse today probably. I thought about wearing my green ones, but I don't think it really matches. So white Converse and obviously socks. So I'm back from the first day of school. I'm just having some ice cream. I did have band for 2 hours after school, so school ended at like 2:30 I think, and then we had band 3 to 5. So that was like just very tiring, I feel like, after the first day of school, because first days of school are always so boring. It's just like going over the syllabus, rules, and housekeeping stuff. So I felt like the day was really long than if we were to actually do something, but it's fine. I don't hate any of my teachers, don't love any of my teachers. I feel like my schedule's good. I'm like, a lot of people change their schedule on the first day, and I don't think I'm changing anything. I think everything's good. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!